Over the last few years, there has been a lot of buzz about Tesla finally manufacturing a truly affordable electric car. The Tesla Model 2 is a little car that has been called the 25K Tesla by the internet, and although the firm never provided any specifics, Elon stated that the business expects to be able to harness innovative and cost-saving battery technology to build the cheap, appealing, and fully autonomous EV by 2023. But what do we know about it yet? And will Tesla be able to meet the deadline set for next year? Let's explore this in today's video. Without any solid updates on the progress of that new vehicle, we just heard Elon Musk state that the next-generation vehicle platform is the primary focus of his development team, and that they are figuring out how to manufacture a new car for half the price of a Model 3. This means that Musk's dream of a $25,000 Tesla vehicle is a lie. Tesla is also attempting to figure out how to build a new battery. In the past, Elon abandoned the concept of creating a cheap automobile entirely. He implied that the buying price of a vehicle is unimportant as long as it is self-driving. According to him, once a car is autonomous, the cost of transportation lowers by a factor of 4 or 5. However, when people want to buy electric automobiles, many do not have 50 or 60 grand lying around, nor do they have the financial means to endure that level of debt. As a result, a reasonable purchasing price is still important. Now again, Elon Musk appears to have modified his position, declaring that smaller and cheaper automobiles will be the future. Elon reiterated to investors that it is the major focus of his new vehicle development team. To be clear, the next generation car will be around half the price of the Model 3, and the platform will be smaller. He went on to suggest that the new platform will be built in greater quantities than any of Tesla's other vehicles. This is a big claim when taken into account. The Model 3 and Model Y are extremely popular vehicles, and this is expected to continue for many years, if not decades. So, to put it another way, there will be more of these new cars than both the Model Ys and 3s together. What was really intriguing was that Elon and his executives were talking about what they call a 2-for-1 aim, which is creating two cars for the price of one, which the firm has already accomplished to some extent. The Model Y is around half the price of the Model S, and the Model Y is roughly half of the Model X. Though we don't know what the cost difference between the two vehicle platforms is, we believe the profit margin of the Model S is much higher than the other three. So Elon claimed that reducing the size would certainly cut the cost, but he also said developing the next generation of cars with half the number of parts in half the time. This is a true 2-for-1 deal. Thus, the new automobile would definitely be cheaper to acquire and likely be a reasonably large amount. We are all aware that the pricing of things in 2020 has little bearing on the world today. The rate of inflation may slow, and price rises may level off, but the cost of goods will never return to pre-inflationary levels. So $25,000 is a fantastic figure. It's a fun number to say, but it's unlikely to ever appear on a Tesla. The more we think about it, the less probable it is that this car will be really useful as a mass transportation vehicle if it is even smaller than a Model 3. The compact pod car is good for a single person going around town, but it is also a constraint for persons who are physically too huge to fit in a compact automobile, either by width or by height. It serves no purpose for people with physical disabilities and is not suitable for large families who wish to travel in a group. It is not ideal for transporting big volumes of cargo or baggage and does nothing to decrease traffic congestion. But regardless of its design, it is still an EV and, more importantly, a Tesla. So how can the company manage to reduce the cost of making a car by half and then scale it up to a volume of millions of units per year? Elon discussed the future of Tesla's battery supply. And, as he has already stated, iron-based cathode batteries will account for more than half of all utilizations in the coming years. And this is simply because they are less expensive and easier to create, in addition to some advantages in terms of cycle life and charging cap. Furthermore, Tesla officials mentioned that the business is seeking to bring iron-based LFP battery cell manufacture to North America. This is a major development. As of now, Tesla can only get this battery type from its Chinese partner, CATL. This is a significant reason why Shanghai provides the Tesla Model 3 and Model Y with the option of a standard range LFP battery, while we can only buy the Model 3 as a standard range offering in North America. Those cells must cross the ocean, which is a big obstacle to fully achieving the potential of this battery's chemistry for cost reduction and production volume. In the same way that Tesla created their production hub for the 2170 nickel-based cell that powered the Model 3 exclusively, they plan to bring LFP manufacturers here as well, most likely utilizing the same business model as they did with Panasonic for 2170. Tesla constructs the factory and all of the infrastructure for 2170 so that the CTL can just walk in and begin producing it. Back in 2020, Elon said that the major driver in lowering electric vehicle costs was lowering battery costs, and he hoped to reduce overall battery costs by 50%. One method would be to use new production techniques, such as the 4680, and the other would be to use more sustainable chemistries for lower range and lower performance applications. The LFPs lowering the overall cost of the car will necessitate a major simplification of the production process. Tesla executives discuss using half the floor space to produce a vehicle at half the cost and twice the speed. Obviously, the Gigapress would be needed to make it happen. Elon has also long expressed his desire to create a complete vehicle from a single die casting. The Cybertruck is a test bed for this technology. It is the concept of creating a vehicle with an exoskeleton body that substitutes the internal unibody structure with a rigid exterior shell found on every other car. The load-bearing structure of the other cars is not supported by the outer body panels, but when the vehicle must have an outside shell, why not make it useful by making it sturdy enough to carry a partial load? When weight is distributed over a bigger area and a greater number of components, the amount of strain on each element is reduced, allowing each part to be made smaller, lighter, and thinner. All these things also indicate cheaper. So perhaps the manufacturer of Tesla's largest non-commercial vehicle might tell us a lot about how the firm will approach the smallest vehicle. But regardless of whatever happens, the upcoming months are crucial in determining how the car will turn out. This brings us to the end of this video. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing and sharing so we can keep bringing more content like this. Also, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.